I cut my estranged daughter out of my will after she blocked our entire family for 8 years. My daughter Katie and I used to be so close. When she was little, she'd sit on my lap while I read her bedtime stories. She'd call me her hero and tell everyone her daddy was the best dad in the world. I coached her soccer team, helped her with homework, walked her down the aisle at her first dance recital. Then she met this guy named Derek. From the first time I shook his hand, something felt wrong. He had this weird energy, like he was sizing me up as competition instead of meeting his girlfriend's father. At family dinners, he'd make these little comments about how Katie didn't need anyone but him. He'd interrupt our conversations and physically position himself between us. I tried talking to Katie about it. I told her I was worried, that something about Derek seemed controlling. She got defensive and said I was just having trouble letting go of my little girl. Things got worse from there. Derek started picking fights with my other kids, insulting my wife's cooking, and making everything about himself at every family event. The final straw was when they announced their engagement. I pulled Katie aside one last time and begged her to reconsider. I told her Derek wasn't good for her, that he had this sick need to be the only person in her life. She looked me dead in the eyes and told me to go screw myself. Those exact words, my own daughter. They got married without inviting a single person from our family. No parents, no siblings, no grandparents, nothing. We found out through Facebook when someone tagged a photo from the reception. That same week, Katie blocked all of us on everything. Phone numbers, social media, email, all of it. Just completely erased us from her life. That was 8 years ago. I know she's alive because my buddy Rick lives 3 houses down from her. He sees her getting the mail, taking her kids to school, living this whole life that we're not part of. She has 2 kids now and is pregnant with a 3rd. Grandchildren I've never met, never held, don't even know their names. My wife and I tried reaching out when we heard about the first baby. We drove to her house with a gift basket and flowers. Katie opened the door, saw us standing there, and started screaming. Told us to get off her property. Said she'd call the cops if we ever came back. I stood there on her porch, tears in my eyes, while my own daughter slammed the door in my face. We tried one more time after the second baby. Same thing. More screaming, more threats, so we stopped trying. What else could we do? You can't force someone to love you. You can't make your daughter want you in her life. Last month, I decided to update my will. I'm 64 now, still healthy, but you never know what's gonna happen. I sat down with my lawyer and started going through everything. The house, the savings, my retirement accounts, the cabin we've had since the kids were little. When we got to the part about dividing assets among my children, I hesitated. My lawyer asked if I wanted to include Katie. I thought about it for a long time. 8 years of silence. 8 years of being treated like I don't exist. Grandchildren I'll probably never meet. All because I tried to protect her from a man who wanted to isolate her from everyone who loved her. I told my lawyer to leave her out completely. Everything goes to my wife and my other 3 kids. The ones who actually show up for Sunday dinners. The ones who call on my birthday. The ones who still care that I exist. My wife agreed with the decision. So did my other kids. They've all been hurt by this too. They lost a sister, an aunt. My grandkids from my other children don't even know they have cousins because Katie pretends we're all dead. But sometimes late at night, I think about that little girl who used to call me her hero. I wonder if she's happy. I wonder if Derek turned out to be everything I feared. I wonder if she ever thinks about us, or if we really are just erased from her memory like we never existed. Part of me feels like leaving her nothing is the right thing. She made her choice. She chose Derek over all of us and never looked back. Why should she benefit from my death when she wanted nothing to do with my life? But another part of me, the part that still sees that little girl with pigtails running toward me at the school pickup line, that part feels like I'm abandoning her one final time, even though she abandoned us first. I signed the papers anyway. The will is done. Katie gets nothing.